And we've got Frogue from the Nintendo Switch, courtesy of Cube Interactive. I want to thank them for the review opportunity here. This is what you would get if you crossed, I guess, Zelda with Super Hot, which really sounds like a weird concept, and it really kind of is. But essentially, this is a dungeon crawling uh, roguelike game where you end up having to kill enemies and clear dungeon rooms. And the interesting thing about this game is that everything is takes place in, I'm not gonna say turns necessarily, but it follows the same formula as Super Hot. Essentially, you creates a randomly generated map, castle basement where you start out at. You go to these different rooms, and it may or may not generate enemies, and you take turns attacking, which I think is really an interesting concept. Everything just happens in slow motion, and it's a very fun game. I love the animation. The 2D spray works amazing, and the game's very interesting. I mean, it takes the idea of a roguelike game and kind of just tosses on its head, so to speak. It really is kind of a just weird and interesting concept for a dungeon crawling game, in the sense that you take you just everything happens in slow motion, except for obviously. Well, no, I'd argue that, I guess, technically speaking, you move in slow motion as well, but more of a grid-based movement, so to speak. The combat's very. I'm not gonna say it's fluid, because I mean the way the combat is just very different than what you typically have in this style of game. But it just works. Frogue is a really interesting and fun dungeon crawler, because it kind of breaks the mold, so to speak, for dungeon crawling games. Music's phenomenal in this game. I love the music in the game, and just everything about this game is unique and fun. The only thing I don't like about the game is the fact that if you end up missing your shot with your sword, you have to go back and get your sword. And that could mean that you'll get hit. Like that. But yeah, very interesting game. Frogue is a very cool dungeon crawler. Definitely one that, again, it breaks the mold of traditional dungeon crawling games in a very unique way. And for that reason, it is a very fun and exciting way to play a dungeon crawler, because it breaks the mold of traditional games of its genre. Now, does that mean that the control is perfect? No, not by any means, because you are playing in a grid-like environment with the movement. It definitely does have its challenges, but it's a really cool game. It really is an amazing way to play this game, or play a game like this. So we're looking for a neat dungeon crawler that is unlike anything, at least I've seen, in a long time. You gotta pick up Frogue, guys, on your platform of choice. This game is available on across all major platforms. And it's a game definitely to watch out for. If you're a fan of roguelites, a fan of Super Hot, this game blends those two game genres or game styles seamlessly. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end the read here. I want to thank Keybyte Games for the opportunity. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. As always, I like that. Take care and happy gaming.